let it go. It's like swimming against the current. It exhausts you. After a while, whoever you are, you just have to let go, and the river brings you home. Ebbs and flows are a natural part of life, and sometimes surrendering to the flow is the best thing we can do. Swimming against the current leads to stress and frustration, but acceptance of what is can help us navigate life with flexibility and serenity. And it doesn't mean that we become complacent or passive. It simply means that we accept those things over which we have no control while remaining committed to growth and evolution. And that takes courage and strength. Pain is a natural part of human experience, but suffering, that intense, prolonged experience of pain, is purely optional. We have the power to reduce our suffering through acceptance. There's a Buddhist parable that says that every time we suffer misfortune, 2 arrows fly our way. The first arrow is out of our control, but the second arrow is our mental and emotional response to the event. Our interpretation of the situation is an important part of how we experience it. When we face a difficult situation and we keep ruminating about it and asking, why me? Why did this happen to me? How could this be? We prolong our suffering. Resisting pain exacerbates our suffering. Embracing pain with openness and compassion alleviates our suffering and leaves room for growth and healing. So you lost your job. That's a difficult situation and it really sucks. Maybe your boss was unfair to you, but then you realize that you too weren't pulling your weight. Accept it, take some time to grieve, and then come up with a plan for moving forward. This might be an opportunity for you to further your studies or go after your dream job or even start a business. Acceptance also brings internal peace. It allows us to find serenity amidst life's uncertainties. It enhances our well-being and fosters resilience and flexibility in the face of life's challenges. Acceptance allows us to live authentic lives. We no longer strive to meet external expectations or chase after elusive goals. We can be true to who we really are. Ultimately, acceptance leads to greater freedom. Freedom from the ego and attachment, and allows us to experience life with joy and spontaneity. So how can we embrace acceptance and find peace in the face of life's challenges? Here are 4 mindset shifts that I have found helpful. Accept, then act. Whatever the present moment contains, accept it as if you had chosen it. Always work with it, not against it. Make it your friend and ally, not your enemy. This will miraculously transform your whole life. The first mindset shift is moving from expectation to appreciation. If you're anything like me, you probably planned out your whole life and you have an idea where you would have liked to be at this moment. At this age, I thought I'd be married with children and grandchildren and a corporate job. Instead, here I am, single, doing some freelance work and trying to spread positive vibes. And the only way I can be satisfied with my present life is to release my past expectations. Dr. Wayne Dyer says that peace is the result of retraining your mind to process life as it is rather than as you think it should be. Instead of clinging to past expectations and specific outcomes, we approach life with openness and equanimity. Instead of obsessing over how our life should be, we appreciate it for what it is. There are many areas I'm working on, but I feel a sense of peace. I feel that I am where I'm meant to be, and I enjoy the quiet, peaceful life. I face struggles like everyone, but I have faith that I will be okay. And you will too. Release expectations and feel appreciation for all that you have, and that will end your suffering, as Tony Robbins says. The second shift is misfortune to opportunity. Opportunity often comes disguised in the form of misfortune or temporary defeat. Once we're alive, we are bound to face adversity and misfortune at some time. When we do, we can approach it from a victim mentality. We think, why is this happening to me? Or we can think, this is happening for me. We can spend a lot of time blaming and judging ourselves and others and ruminating about our lot in life, and that only makes us bitter. But if we look for the opportunity, we can use it to become better. Sometimes the opportunity isn't apparent right away. We can only see it in retrospect. So it's important to keep an open mind. Out of adversity comes opportunity, as Benjamin Franklin said. Don't drive yourself crazy trying to understand why something happened. Sometimes we just don't have all the answers, but we can get peace if we are able to accept the situation and move on. The third shift is comparison with others versus self-comparison. A lot of what we think we should be and do comes from what we see others doing. If we think that others are doing better than we are, we can become dissatisfied with our life. Negative comparison leaves us feeling inadequate and it lowers our self-esteem. So instead of competing with others, compete with yourself. Your only competition should be the person you were yesterday. Competing with others can make you bitter. Competing with yourself can make you better. Another mindset that's tied to this one is progress versus perfection. When we accept ourselves and our situation, we free ourselves from the burden of self-judgment and criticism. We allow ourselves to be imperfect, to make mistakes, and to learn and grow from them. If you focus on the unattainable ideal of perfection, you won't be able to accept yourself and your current situation. You will keep striving for something that is out of your reach. It's easy to despair when we measure and compare, but it's an illusion. It's trivial, a distraction, and meaningless fluff. For who you are now is more than enough. So instead of thinking about how far you must run, focus in on how far you have come. Appreciate where you are now. As the saying goes, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm certainly not where I used to be. The fourth shift is attachment versus detachment. The root cause of a lot of our stress is wanting to hold on to things long after we should have let them go. All things are transient, and detachment means that we reduce our reliance on external factors for our own well-being. When we are detached, we become less reactive to life's ups and downs, and that helps us to navigate challenges with ease. We cultivate present moment awareness and we embrace the reality of the here and now. There's no judgment or resistance. It is what it is. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I pray that prayer quite frequently. Acceptance is not about resignation. It's about embracing life and finding joy, peace, and fulfillment no matter what challenges we face. Thank you for being here and for watching until the end. Hope you found some value in this video. See you soon. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See you soon.